Hello, lovelies. So, this morning's collective reading, we have the Seasons of the Witch in bulk oracle as we head toward in bulk the beginning of next month here. So, this morning's reading, it feels like that moment after the storm. You know, when you suddenly realize that the tension you've been carrying is loosened, and not because necessarily that anything really happened, but there's something that finally makes sense. So our first card this morning is Angelica, and this feels like reassurance, first and foremost. The message, the poem on the bottom. The bells have rung, chiming far and near. Underneath feathered wings, my dear, you have nothing to fear. There is a sense of protection in this. Um, if you've been questioning whether you're unlucky, whether you somehow did something wrong, but you spoke your truth, something has happened. You might be asking why things have felt heavier than they have needed to be. This card steps in and says, you were never unprotected in this, right? Even when it didn't feel like it, help has been working behind the scenes. Obstacles have been quietly moved. This is why things maybe have felt out of sync. It's because spirit, God, the universe, however it resonates, has been in that background doing these little tweaks to, as you've been doing the work on yourself. You've been doing that tweaking in your physical realm. Now everything seems to have been paused because what you've been doing in your real world is now being translated through God, whatever, the universe, spirit, anything, whatever, however it resonates for you, right? Your angels, your spirit guides, they've been in the background right now lately, doing some tweaking of their own in order to accommodate the changes you've made, moving those obstacles. And you're reaching the end of a difficult stretch, and not because you pushed harder, but because the lesson is completing. You've integrated it, right? This card whispers something important at the same time. It's watch for unexpected help, a message, or a small moment that changes everything. There's going to be something that clicks for you today. But it also tells you that you're safe to move forward. That's, you know, in essence, what's happening is a matter of there's going to be something that makes you realize, oh, that's what's been going on. I feel safe and protected, yes, but now I'm aware that there's been a transformation into when a, you know, as moths follow the light, there's a transformation beforehand for them to get strong enough to do so, and you've done that work. The next card coming in we have is incense. Now, the poem on the bottom, allow the smoke to reveal the truth, clearing the haze while lifting the fog. And that's essentially the emotion that's happening. There's going to be some clearing, some relieving. And this is where the shift happens. This card represents that aha moment when the fog lifts and suddenly you can see the whole path that you've been walking and where it's heading. You're able to look back and understand why certain challenges have happened, why certain choices mattered, and how they led you here. The truth in that helps you see the evolution you've made, helps you see why you needed to redo those cycles. Something is going to click and it's going to go, oh, that's what it was. Truth comes forward with this card. And while that can sound intimidating, it's freeing. It's going to free you to see all of the things and allow you to walk your path with integrity. You've nothing to fear now, right? This clarity is your ally right now. And if there's been any something left unsaid or something you've avoided or buried, this is the time to be honest. And where honesty will clear the air and lift a long held burden. You have to be honest with yourself as well, right? Being able to take accountability for how you got here and realizing that these cycles are now being cleared to free you and help you move forward. Truth doesn't come to punish you here. It comes to release you and to allow you to move forward. Now, finally, we've got our last card here, which is the Milk Moon Witch. which these three cards they're all harmonious in that this one here, our message here, watch as the tides turn in your favor, weaving the waters within and conjuring unspoken desire. This is the full moon that lights up the night and allows you to put that flashlight on this, right? This is the confirmation. The tides are turning in your favor. Something that's been hidden is revealed, right? We've found out what's going on. We've felt safe and protected. We've brought in that clarity. Now, the realization that you've been seeing the situation through the wrong lens entirely will be seen, right? This could be realizing that, oh, I was wrong, and that's a great relief to you. So whatever the way it plays out, it is for the greater good of your experience here. Either way, it adds momentum while it clears. This card speaks of a victorious outcome, a nourishing phase ahead where things begin to flow again. For some, this may show up as a financial relief. If you're dealing with legal situations, you're going to get a good resolution on that. Could be winning something. This could also mean that kind of stuff. You've been quietly hoping for something to come through, and it's going to come through, or there's going to be a realization as to how it's going to happen. So for others, it's just simply just this deep knowing that you now have everything you need to make the right decision. So the message this morning, well, is pretty simple in these three cards. Even if the journey here wasn't easy, right? This has not been a hard path as we make our way to the end of this pause season, as Imbolc happens on the 1st or 2nd. But the message here is truly that you are protected. The truth is clearing out, the fog is dissipating, and the tide is turning in your favor. And we've got more moths here, right? We've got that all the way through process. It's seen all the way through. So trust what you see now. Move forward with confidence. This is not the end of the story. It's just the moment where everything finally clicks, allowing you that piece of momentum you need, that aha moment, that clarity, that confirmation that you're doing things right. You've been following what you need to do to fulfill your hopes and dreams. And the light is coming through today to allow you that little bit of confirmation and momentum. Now, if you want more details on your own specific how this is going to come up today, let me know. We could do a reading. Otherwise, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and we will see you in the next one.